Forever. Dog.
So you know how we were all going to go for dinner before your show, right?
Yes, and I went to dinner with you, your girlfriend, and your parents. And your dad gave me a hat.
There's so much to talk about.
There is so much to talk about.
So I was sitting with my sister.
I was about to ask if your sister was there.
Yes.
We have so much to talk about.
Oh,
I cannot
I have
believe
so many questions.
I can't believe I talked about my bed for 15
We
minutes.
should have opened with this.
All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore. I do birthday parties, lesbian weddings. That's it.
We've got
Also, they have to be lesbian birthday parties.
John Lennon and whoever sings that song on the podcast with us today.
It's whatever.
I can
guys. We
only
don't have
do
to
Ringo Starr. Hi, Bubba.
Oh, Ringo Starr. Is it not John Lennon that wears the
Ringo.
circle? No, it's John. It's John that wears the circles. No,
I'm glad our audience is so young because I can do a horrible Beatles impression and it won't fully offend them. Ringo.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
I got it.
I do like your
I
look,
didn't
though, Ashley.
respond.
Don't I look good?
Yeah, you do.
I love
look
these
good.
sunglasses.
They're
and
cool.
I haven't lost them.
They're cool. They were a little shocking. Like the first the first moment I laid my eyes on them, there was a little bit of shock.
Unexpected is a good word.
Yes, but now that I've gotten past that,
I
now
don't
that
think
I've,
you guys
I've
know
overcome,
how hot I am.
We know how hot you are. We just also
No.
know we're not supposed to like really talk about it. Like it's a very like casual hotness.
Right. We're not supposed to like name it. Hi everybody. How are you guys doing? I missed you guys
I missed
last
you.
week.
I missed you so much.
Oh,
I missed you so much.
I gotta be honest, guys, I was really stressed out. I didn't really miss or feel anything. I just was in total panic.
when just the two of you recorded?
I even forgot that happened, honestly.
Yeah, no,
Max
that's
said
out
the
of my
same thing.
memory.
Guys, I got a new bed.
Continue.
I got a nice...
Yeah, we need more information than that.
I moved into this apartment last September, and I haven't even had the time to fully decorate it. It's like still like very much coming together. I wouldn't even say it's halfway done. Someone, can I just say,
You were kind of giving Cole Sprouse for a minute.
I'm
Like
just
he
so-
didn't wear glasses in the interviews, but for some reason
I'm
that
so
hit me a
busy.
little bit.
I'm just
There you go. You bigger words.
okay. The velocity at which my existence is just hurtling through space.
Fulton said, "Stop being Cole Sprouse." That's why lesbians need cats to stop us from reverting to
men?
like Cole Sprouse. No,
I don't know who Cole Sprouse is.
What?
Sweet Life on Deck, Riverdale.
Sweet like Life of Zack and Cody.
Oh,
The original.
He's the
Okay,
I'm
the
not gonna
original
say-
I'm
I
familiar
almost
with.
said
He's the
uglier
left
brother.
twin.
So recently, Cole Sprouse went on a podcast called "Call Her Daddy,"
Yep.
and like the whole interview, he was sitting there. I'll do my best.
He basically had his feet up on
he
a
was like
table.
this. He was smoking in the
smoking.
studio, and he was just like, "Yeah, I've definitely been cheated on several times,
Oh no.
but." And like just was going on about all. I was gonna. Okay, here's the tea.
How many times did he say the word females?
Child stars. No,
Oh,
he
not like
wouldn't.
that.
He's too
He was
intellectual.
like-
He's too
he was
intellectual
like-
to say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like intellectual douchebag.
He was like
Okay.
he's a soft boy, a soft
Yeah.
intellectual boy, and that like he's hurt. He has
Yeah.
a lot of childhood trauma. I mean,
Yeah.
he grew up in the film industry. He could not possibly be okay.
He listened to Fleetwood Mac before it was cool, like that kind of thing.
Yes.
Right.
I told Ashley this, I think. I was going to do when that was like going viral and he was like getting roasted and it was viral for being on that podcast. I was going to show up on this podcast dressed as him with like a fake cigarette and pretend to be him for like a viral TikTok bit.
Yeah.
But I couldn't bring myself to do it because I was like, I don't care if what he's saying is cringy and stuff. I just cannot, like that's to me is still bullying. But it was like my marketing brain where I was like, this will
Yeah.
go viral if we do
Yeah.
it because everybody's like making jokes about it right now. But I was like, that's not, I can't
Oh,
do that.
the
'cause
struggle of being an influencer.
No, I think there's a difference between doing an impression and bullying.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but I just felt like
but she's saying she like hopped on the train
and like
because there's like already a whole bandwagon
like
of
he's
people.
getting so much shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to give him more shit, even though I'm like a whisper into the wind. But still, like,
yeah, you don't want to pile on.
No,
guys, I love that we're talking about a Sprouse, but I did get a bed.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, back to your bed.
Okay.
I finally started decorating my bedroom, which has been disgusting for like 6, 7, 8 months. It's it's so bad. And I had my old bed in there, and the configuration of the room, we can put a picture up. Hell to decorate. Oh. Are you recording separately? You want to leave and come back in? Mac, we'll talk amongst ourselves. What are you? Oh, I know what you're going to do. I know exactly what you're going to do, you little simp.
What am I going to do?
You're going to sing when she gets back in here.
I was not going to sing.
Why are you smiling like that?
I was just excited for us to have alone time.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I never expect us to get this kind of time together. And so then I'm like...
Well, we talk on the phone sometimes. So are you going to go to JoJo's party or what?
Yeah, I am going to go to JoJo's party.
Fuck.
I will call you right after.
It's not going to be worth it though, right? Because JoJo is going to...
Hello?
She wasn't invited. Sorry.
It doesn't... Okay, no. That's like... Listen, when you have a group of 3, if 2 of you are invited to something, the person that invited the other 2 of you should assume that the third is going to come. We would throuple that.
I don't think that we fall into that category.
I don't care. You could pretend like Alayna was your
JoJo's
girlfriend.
birthday party. I could pretend like Alayna was my girlfriend, and then we'd really be mommy and daddy, and that would be interesting.
And it would be a great bit.
It would be a great bit. Okay, my fucking bed. So here's the other issue. Mm-hmm. I'm going to draw it.
Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to talk about like why I wasn't here last week. I don't know if it'd be like too much of a bummer.
Fuck your emotions. So here we go. Oh, it's flipped in this picture. The 2 bottom little cubes. You guys are gonna roast me, but please, I have a disability and my fine motor skills are not very good.
It's beautiful.
So the 2 bottom cubes at the bottom, those 2 little rectangles, those are doors. One is the entrance into the room, and one is the entrance to the bathroom. So you can see that I cannot put a bed against that wall because it's between 2 doors.
Yes.
On the right side, you will see another kind of really poorly drawn interior rectangle that represents the closet. I cannot put the bed on that wall because that is a closet.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a closet heavy wall.
Here's where it gets fucking annoying. Against the back wall where I could put the bed is a massive radiator. So I could put it against the radiator, or
fire hazard.
Fire hazard for sure. Or I could put it along this wall, but then as you walk in, the door hits the bed as you walk in. So no good place for the bed. I put the bed against the radiator. That's what I ended up doing. There's also a window there, and the window is not perfectly centered, which makes me just fully want to off myself. Like, I cannot have the bed not centered against it is just the absolute. I actually gave it to a professional architect who's a friend of mine, and I was like, what would you do? And she said exactly what I said. She said move. And that's what she was like. She literally texted me 36 hours later being like, I can't stop thinking about your bedroom. The point is, I got a really sick bed that has like a low bed, and a lot of the furniture in my house is very low.
Yes.
So it goes right up to the radiator, hides the radiator, but does not obscure the bottom windowsill. And it's a king size bed, so it makes the room look much bigger. And I'm just so thrilled about it. It's awesome. It has like a slightly leaned, padded headboard, so I can lean back in my bed and read my book. It's great. Love the bed. Very happy.
That's fantastic.
I feel like this is one of the most neurodivergent conversations we've had on the podcast thus far.
Okay, were you at the show where the autistic person told me that I was autistic, and then I was like, why are you qualified to call me autistic? And then they went, I just got out of a mental institution. Alayna, were you at that show?
Not if it was on stage. But
no,
there
was on stage.
Okay, no. We had someone after come talk to us.
I am not, just for the record, I am not autistic. I have been tested for many, many things because there is a lot of learning disabilities and mental illness in my family.
I loved you making that disclaimer. On the record, I am not autistic.
Because
Before I say what I'm about to say.
So many people who are fans of mine are, frankly, I'm not just making that up. They are very much in the room and they tell me that I am. And
I get the same thing. So many things overlap, right?
Exactly.
Like my anxiety stuff, my doctor recently has sent me for some testing for a bunch of things because of the overlap. Like I'm presenting being like, I have anxiety and it's like getting really bad. And she's like, that's fair, but we also need to test you for all these other things because who knows what's all coming into play.
Yeah. And I will, I think it's really sweet. But I don't love the while I'm on stage having people yell a diagnosis at me. Like it feels so dystopian that like I'm just a comedian on stage and they're like OCD and I'm like, can I just perform? Can we just all not really worry about this
Ashley,
right now?
So how did you find Canadian audiences? Because this last week you were in Manitoba, in basically my hometown. I got to come actually see you perform for a full show for the first time, which was just a 10 out of 10 experience. You are literally a genius. Like I'm not
I
just
thought you were going to ask her how she found
Alayna,
autistic
thank you
Canadian
so much
people.
for saying that.
No, but in a way, like Mac, you're kind of making a joke. Ashley, you're welcome. Look at me managing all these conversations at once. I can multitask. She can do it. Czar of multitasking.
Czar of oral and multitasking.
Yes.
Honestly, oral is multitasking.
Exactly. It's, oh my God, it's a fixation. No. And now I've completely derailed myself.
Mommy.
I wondered if your experience with a Canadian audience was different than the experience you're used to with American audiences, because we were talking about this after your show a bit, that like the experience after shows, like with people coming up to you and saying hi, is very different with, or in my experience, it's different with Canadians than non-Canadians.
That was hundo different, and the shows were not. So like the show actually maybe my favorite weekend I've ever done. Every single show was solid. I wouldn't say any of the shows were like above and beyond, but usually in the
Except
States,
the one that I was at.
That was a really fun one. That might have been one of my favorites ever.
Oh my God. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
So I went with my family, right? And at one point, so I was sitting with my sister.
I was about to ask if your sister was there.
Yes.
We have so much to talk about.
Oh,
I cannot
I
believe
have so many questions.
I can't believe I talked about my bed for 15 minutes.
We should have opened with this.
Yeah. Maybe cut that shit.
Or like
don't cut that. But we can move on to the sister now.
Okay. So I was sitting with my sister, and first she was taking everything that you were saying about the audience in general very personally. like you would be shouting at everyone to like not hold, what you're pulling back, stop being a little bitch whore or whatever it is that you say.
Yes, that's what I said.
That's pretty much it. And shouting at everyone to like be better, and like, why are you such a terrible audience, or whatever it is that you're saying. And like my sister was sitting next to me and she was like, oh my God, Alayna, like, are we a terrible audience? Do you really think that like this is what? And I'm like, no, sister, dear, this is just part of it. Like, she literally told us at dinner, because we all went for dinner ahead of time with Ashley, which is another thing that we need to talk about. But literally at dinner, like to the table, you were like, the show starts off, it's pretty intense, because I got to get people to warm up or whatever. Like, I'm literally telling my sister, no, she told us ahead of time, like, this is part of it. And then later in the show,
I do a joke that's in my comedy special where I'm like, it's not real. I'm a reverse Ellen. I'm mean up here. I'm nice out there. Like, I do a lot of jokes being like, this is a shtick. I'm just trying to get you going. Yeah.
And so then at the end of the show, or like closer to the end, you said something about like, you guys are a great audience, or you said something about, wow, you guys are being great, something like that. And she like turns to me and she's like, oh my God, Alayna, do you think that she really thinks that we're like a great audience? Do you think she really thinks that? Like, it was like she was...
You didn't tell me that.
I know I didn't tell you that. I was waiting till
This is horrible news.
I just want
to
ASMR.
Ew, Ashley. doing?
That's not how I meant that.
What are you ASMRing?
I'm just saying, like, well.
You said ASMR and then put your mic to your crotch.
My fingers. You can't hear it?
No.
Oh, you can't
What were you doing with your
it.
fingers?
I was just tapping. Like, well.
Oh.
ASMR.
Listen, I'm gonna say something, and you guys aren't gonna like it.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I'm going to like it.
Max, say.
This is just like in Eclipse.
No. I don't want to take a question this episode. I just want to get recapped on this
just
stuff.
like
Yep.
in Eclipse.
That's not even how you pronounce it, Mac. Come on.
Eclipse?
And
My
eclipse.
favorite electronic clips.
Eclipse?
And eclipse.
Eclipse?
This is just
What
like
the fuck was going on in
Eclipse.
your like science class? Like your 8th grade earth science, Mac? Like what was going
Nothing.
on?
They were reading
I got
Twilight.
a lot of concussions throughout those years, so I wasn't really there most of the time.
Okay, but the thing is, your sister, there are so many things to talk about. Your sister was there with a man, and I'm pretty sure they had some sort of situation going on. So, like, what am I supposed to do? Flirt with, first of all, I can't flirt with your sister in front of you. It's wrong. Okay?
Yeah.
Second of all, she played it very cool because she's there, you know.
And she is very, I've told you, she's very even keel.
Yeah,
She's
and then
very
but then
neutral.
at the end she was like, "Let's take a photo," and I was like, "Yeah, you little bitch."
You got a
Yes, she
got a
told me
picture
that.
with her
I
sister?
didn't know. Yes, later. She was like, so like me and Ashley took a picture together. I got a pic, and I was like, you did what?
There were so many layers of what could happen. It's just such forbidden love, me and Alayna's sister, that like it's very hard to fully explore it in the
Well, it's
short
honestly
amount
more
of time that we
forbidden
had.
for me and Elena's sister, actually.
Why
Can
is
I?
that?
Okay, I need
Oh,
to
the
tell you
incest?
something. I need to tell you something that that she said. Okay, so you know how we were all gonna go for dinner before your show, right?
Yes, and I went to dinner with you, your girlfriend, and your parents. And your dad gave me a hat.
There's so much to talk about.
There is so much to talk about.
This episode is just like breaking down your guys'
Also,
meetup.
love
weekend.
Linnelli.
Oh
Love
my god,
Linnelli.
isn't she wonderful?
Oh my god, you are actually a 50-50 split of your parents.
Oh,
Yeah, at first I was like, she is just like her mom. Holy shit.
That's what I
she
get
is
a lot. We are,
Carbon
like,
copy of her
literal
mom.
clones.
But then her dad started talking about like fitness, and I was looking over at her dad. Your dad is just fucking jacked, dude.
Yeah.
Your dad is just jacked.
yeah, he's
And I
Superman.
Stop. I want to meet your dad so bad.
And
He
I
is
love
he's
Superman.
in
dads.
incredible shape and like a vegetarian-ish, or at least like kind
No.
of veggie. He didn't have any of the chicken at dinner.
Yeah, but he did that so that he could share with us because everybody else at the
but
table
he's very
is veggie.
sweet, and
He's
you
very
just seem
sweet.
like and then who you're like, I don't know if you want this in here,
You can talk about
but with who you're dating, I was like, everything makes sense.
Wait, tell me more. Wait, what?
Because like you're like really into athletic folks, like people who are very active, and now I've like met your family, and I'm like, oh, I get all of this, like everything maps. And also like now that I've been to Manitoba, I'm like, oh yeah, no one's out of the closet here.
No.
I mean, this is like I mean, Vancouver
It's-
is like
it's the
big
Bible
big
Belt.
city. Like like
Yeah.
you and I had such different upbringings. It was
Absolutely.
crazy.
I
Did your
love-
parents
I
take it well
love-
when you came out?
Sorry?
Did your parents take it well when you came out?
Very well. Yeah. It's one of those things that like I've talked about this with them before, but like I was really afraid to come out
I
to
would
them.
be too.
But I now see that like a lot of the things that I was afraid to talk to them about were me assuming that they felt the same way as the things that I was being taught in church. Right? So I was being taught
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of shit.
Yeah.
And of course, as a kid, you then assume, because your parents are bringing you here and your parents share this belief system,
Yep.
that they also believe these same things. But then the more that I talk with them, the more that I'm like, oh, no, they don't, they don't feel that way at all. No, they took it really well both times.
They're lovely. Absolutely lovely people.
Yeah.
Your mom is hilarious.
She is. They're both like I have.
Your
I'm
girlfriend is hilarious.
Very lucky.
You have a very nice group of people around you. It was really lovely to see.
Yeah.
And your sister just
didn't come to dinner. She got out of school later than she was planning to. She was gonna come to dinner, then found out you were coming to dinner. Apparently didn't know. Found out you were coming to dinner and said that she couldn't come because she had to, and I quote, get cute.
Well, now we're in a little bit more of like new moon territory.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm serious.
My hand just started sweating.
Yeah, like me too for some reason.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fuck your sister, dude.
I have gone from like fighting this. Wait, what did you just say?
I hope Alayna did not hear that.
I have gone from fighting this to like now I'm like trying to like facilitate. I'm like so.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't know if your sister will be okay with the fact that I'm in an open relationship. Or maybe that'll make it feel safer for her.
I don't want to speculate.
Mac is so disturbed.
What in the hell happened this past weekend? I don't talk to you guys for a couple days.
Your mom and dad spent some time alone together with your mom's other girlfriend also.
And your sister.
And my sister and my parents. Oh, and my dad gave you a hat. Oh my god, okay, that was so cute too.
That was the sweetest thing ever.
So like you're saying, he's very fit, whatever.
I feel so bad I didn't bring a gift for them.
No. His like whole
Manitoba
I would have. I always bring
the-
flowers, and I could have brought something else too.
Okay, Mac, come on up here next time.
I'm traveling, okay? I'm traveling. Actually, I have one carry-on.
Manitoba.
But Manitoba is the friendliest place I have ever been in my entire fucking life.
Wow.
Way friendlier than the friendly areas of the United States because you don't feel like they're going to be racist or homophobic as soon as you turn around, even though they might.
The license plates like are the catchphrase of Manitoba is literally friendly Manitoba. People genuinely are friendly.
The nicest people I've ever met, way, almost disturbingly so, more thoughtful about my personal space. I have never stood behind the merch table and had so few people come up to me after the show. I was like, did I bomb? Like,
No.
yeah. And
Well, it's like, and I was sending you screenshots after because like I get this constantly where I get messages from people that say, I saw you here. I didn't say hi because I didn't want to interrupt you. I saw you here. I didn't want to say hi because you looked busy. I saw, like, they're literally at a comedy show.
Whereas in New York, people will come up to me and be like, "Aren't you the lesbian?" they barely are familiar with my work.
Yes. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah.
It's so insulting.
Yeah. No, that's not the vibe up here. But can I stick with just the hat? Because it was so freaking cute. Because my dad's whole thing is Superman, right? He has loved Superman as long as I can remember. He has like.
Did he give you a? He gave you a. Superman
he has like a Superman tattoo. He has a necklace he always wears. He's a teacher, right? And he always gets the younger kids to call him Superman. He has like this whole bit that he like. Whatever. He's like a wonderful
I know.
man.
I said, what a waste on me. We have Mac that could have gotten this.
She did
Superman
say
hat.
that. So before we go for dinner, right? So we're in Steinbach. My dad's talking about, he's not a big comedy guy, right? Like he's funny himself, but like he's not a big stand-up comedy guy. Yeah. And so he was a little unsure. Like, okay, I'm coming to this stand-up comedian who's like a lesbian. Like, am I gonna... Whatever. He seemed a bit unsure about like the whole thing. So that's kind of how I was thinking he was coming into it. Then, before we leave, he comes into the living room and he's got 2 hats in his hand. And he's like, so I got Ashley these hats and I'm just not sure which one to give to her. What do you guys think? And we're like, what? And they're like 2 different Superman hats. One is like the colors and one's like gray or black.
I know, I could cry.
And I was like, how about that one? And then he said something about like, I don't actually expect her to wear it. Because he was saying that it might fit a little funny or something. And I was like, oh, I'm sure if she wears it backwards. And he's like, oh no, I don't actually expect her to wear it. Like she doesn't need to wear it. I just thought maybe I could give it to her.
He's really sweet.
That is the nicest thing I've ever. Of course, he's not going to comedy show. He's out there. He's got to save the world. He's busy.
He's out there
He's
Clark
flying.
Kenting.
No wonder
Stopping
your city's
trains
so
with his
nice and
body.
protected.
Yeah.
Steinbach, Manitoba, the Gotham
Ashley,
City.
get real with me right now. Are you going to wear that hat?
The thing is that I have a very small head.
And it's a big hat.
It's a big hat. I'll give it to you, but I also was just going to put it on my my studio wall.
Mac, come to Canada.
I would wear it.
Come to
all the
Manitoba.
time.
My dad will get you your own hat.
Okay. Passport.
Yeah, you got to get your passport.
Because my girlfriend wants to come to Canada too.
Come on up. We can hang out.
But Alayna, like being introduced to your family, it was so meaningful to me. It was really.
I felt like I kind of ambushed you with the intimacy of the dinner.
No, I mean I wasn't expecting it, but like the thing is that like this is gonna sound neurodivergent.
And maybe it
You want
my
to make that
family-
disclaimer again?
I don't know. It just felt so wholesome. It just felt so nice, and your family's so nice. It's kind of the way I feel with Jen's family. Like, I just didn't have family like that, like growing up, and so it was. I sometimes feel a little bit like, am I doing this right? Like, am I talking to these parents correctly? Because like, I had such a different situation growing up. So, I hope that I didn't come off any kind of way, and then also like. Not that I said anything weird for the listener. I just like this weird internal insecurity
She
that
did
I have.
like keep continuously talking about banging my sister.
Yeah, I kept saying.
But other than that,
I was like, Randy Linnelli, how would you recommend that I absolutely smash Alayna's sister?
Is this a joke?
Yes.
no.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, I didn't know your parents were like that.
They're so open-minded. Too open-minded. No, that's a conversation that you should have with my mother. If you were like, how should I smash Ashley? My mom would be like, how should you smash Ashley?
Honestly, my mom would probably be the same way.
But as like a bit, my mom would be like, well, Ash, are you more of a clitoral or a vaginal kind of gal?
No, my mom would be like, great question. Alayna, I'm genuinely curious.
Oh my God.
Well, I had a lovely time. The audiences were lovely. Your sister, radiant as always.
She is. She's like an angel.
I mean, you're an angel. Your parents are angels. Matt, I feel bad for Mac. Should we answer a question?
I'm just
but-
waiting for my Breaking Dawn Part 1 moment.
I can't.
And it's coming.
I can't. Aren't you Taylor Lautner?
Yeah.
So
And-
don't I get the girl in the end?
No. Wait,
Well,
doesn't she choose Jacob?
No, she does choose Edward. But Jacob
I
really
blocked
drives a
that
hard
out.
bargain.
I blocked that out.
I imprint on their daughter.
Oh, right.
So this is not looking great for me.
What does that
overall.
mean?
That's where it goes weird.
So
Jacob, yeah.
in the Twilight franchise, when you imprint, werewolves like imprint on a person, like one person in their life, and then they are like, they dedicate their entire life to basically like loving and protecting that person. And Jacob imprints on Edward and Bella's daughter. And then there's that clip of Kristen Stewart going, "You imprinted on my daughter!" And she's like all pissy, and then she like gets all red in the face, but she's a vampire. And Edward's like, this is making me seem like such a bigger Twilight fan than I am.
I
Well, it's
don't
just 'cause
think
I
you're
don't know
being
anything.
misrepresented at all. I think this is really perfectly summarizing
Because I
your
watch
love for
Twilight in the same way that I watch like 50 Shades of Grey.
Which is
Yeah, tell us
Distant.
more about that. Matt.
Distantly. You guys have
Okay.
never seen 50 Shades of Grey? I used to watch it with my like older straight sister, so I have like very good memories associated with 50 Shades of Grey.
I love that for you. I love
I'm
that for
not kidding. Like when that
I've never seen
soundtrack
that
comes
either.
on, I'm like, ooh, like the soundtrack's so good. And like when I watch
You know
it,
that
I
50
would
Shades
prefer.
of Grey is like Twilight fanfic,
Fanfic.
right? Like you know that you're just entrenching yourself deeper into this like
yeah.
Are you for
persona
real?
of loving.
Yeah.
Have you never?
You don't know that?
For real?
Yeah.
Yes, 50 Shades of Grey is literally like erotica based around Twilight.
Are you guys pranking?
I love that we can just sit down and have a conversation and we really don't have to stay on any kind of agenda and our fans will just gobble it
I
up.
hope so. Was that more ASMR? That's the sound I was expecting
Time
to
out.
hear
I'm sorry.
earlier.
You're telling me that I double time consume Twilight?
Yes!
Czar of oral, I don't go down on a girl on the first date and I don't let her do that to me. So
No,
Alayna's
that's
sister
not-
and I would more of that
Stop
before.
it. That's not what I was. Yes,
sorry.
Mac, you are Czar of Twilight times 2. Now.
I didn't want this role. But with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
And as
true.
the person of
Yes.
the three of us that knows the most about Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes.
Now, who did Bella say she was gonna get cute for?
Probably
Jacob,
Probably
honestly.
Jacob. That's very new
Because I
moon.
think Edward was very much like stalking
Guys,
her.
I'm so Jacob. I just realized I have a motorcycle.
You're so Jacob.
I'm so Edward. I'm pale and sort of tired.
Yeah, Edward
Yeah.
does not have your sense of humor, though.
No,
He's
boring.
very serious.
That's a miss. He's very
Incredibly boring.
Alayna, maybe did your sister like talk about me at all? Like, was she like, how's Mac? Like, what's Mac up to? Like, is Mac doing good? Like, is she? Maybe she would come here. Like, what is Mac doing? You know, like anything like that, maybe.
Yeah, so
Oh, she did.
yeah, I think actually now that you're saying that, I think exactly that's exactly it.
Yeah,
So you
that's
were
what I
there because you
figured,
must have
yeah.
heard it because you said it so perfectly.
Yeah, no, I was like gonna come, but you know, I was like,
Yeah. You and her just have such a strong connection that you can like read her mind. Totally.
yeah,
Totally.
it's whatever. Well, I'll see her soon, I'm sure. So
I'm gonna
Hey,
text
Ashley.
her. What?
you have her phone number?
No, but
I could
she's-
get
they're-
it
they-
any
they were-
second now. I
did-
can have it in an instant.
Did she ever respond to your DM?
Yeah, she did.
What'd she say?
I don't check it that often because I'm trying not to be a weirdo.
Well, that's crazy. I would check and make sure that like whoever I was DMing like felt very heard by me and felt listened to.
Well, I don't want to overstep my bounds.
This podcast is like a my sister fan account.
This is
whole
the most work
episode.
I've ever seen go into a fan account. But you're right.
Hold on, I have to find her.
Wow, it really
Like
takes
it's like
that long?
every week now when we release an episode, my sister texts me and she's like, "Did you talk about me again? I just got a bunch of Instagram requests."
How did they find her?
I'm not gonna say because I don't want more people.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, that's actually
Wait,
pretty
Alayna, could you
fucking impressive.
break down step by step
Yes.
how we can find your sister on every platform?
Wait, I'm having trouble. What's the second letter of her name?
Danny, don't cut that. I want her to know that Ashley
second
doesn't know how to spell her name.
There we go.
Her name.
Oh, I left her. Oh, I left her on red.
You did what to my
I'm very curious.
Edward
baby
would
angel
never.
sister?
Edward would never.
You're
a disgrace.
Listen, this is just
Ashley,
one of
I
those
trusted
situations.
you.
This is just one of those situations where well, I didn't know she was getting cute for me. Okay, now that I know that, I feel a little more inclined to like kind of.
And you were getting avoidant for her.
Also.
Red flag.
I have like a girlfriend that I love very much. I don't put a lot of energy into these. Oh, I sound so bad. Okay,
You
so-
don't. I probably sound worse, like getting on your case to now
for
what?
not DMing your sister.
I'm like
but
trying.
like,
Yeah,
real
you guys
talk,
are being so weird.
real
feel-
talk for the people who are genuinely concerned by this bit we're doing.
Oh.
I can't flirt genuinely with Elena's sister because
and
I
nobody
care-
wants that. Just to be clear for the listener at home,
This
nobody
was a
actually
40-minute
wants
bit.
that.
This was a 40-minute bit.
This is a
and
40-minute bit.
No, there was at least 15 minutes of. Okay.
Which to make a note on that, when I said this is like the most neurodivergent conversation we've ever had, I meant that in like a way that all three of us were clearly like just as invested and excited at you like
Oh, yeah.
finding the right bed. That
Yes.
tickled my brain in a way that I'm like, oh,
I love blocks. Like putting,
You sound like such a little kid. You're like,
I was a Lego kid.
I love black.
Dang it.
I love black so much.
That's exactly what she sounded like.
Danny, cut that. I don't want Alayna's sister to see that. Listeners, right?
Listeners.
That was so good.
I went to speech therapy for my lisp, so I don't have it anymore.
I also went to speech therapy for my lisp as a child.
You know that those are both symptoms of autism in women?
What?
What?
What if it still comes out now?
Should we do a question before we wrap up?
I do
yeah.
think we should do a question.
Ashley, are you going to still come to Vancouver even though my sister's not going to be here? Can we still
Yeah,
hang
I'm
out?
literally
even though
on
my sister's
tour
not gonna be
in
there?
Vancouver.
Are you only a part of this podcast to try and get with my sister?
Okay, that's
I
a
have an
complicated
idea.
question.
That's a
Guys.
What's your idea?
You know how we like want to... I just said like.
Uh-oh.
You know how we
I
like...
like the box.
I like blocks. I would like the blocks.
You guys know how we like... We want to hang out more.
We want to hang out more. We want to play with the box.
I was a Wego kid. I was a Wego kid with the blocks. Listener, I'm so sorry. Please write it.
Wispiner.
Okay, guys, seriously.
Listen,
Seriously, please.
Write in, listen,
Wispino. Wispino. I don't Wispino.
I am shutting this down. I am going to shut this down right now. Everyone quiet.
Alayna, your computer stopped recording again.
Oh my god.
Wispino.
Stop this.
We should do a quickie.
I did. Well, now it doesn't feel right, but I did want to I think I did want to say why I wasn't here last week or like what was.
Oh, that makes that
happening,
actually
but now
makes
it's like
the
a
whole
complete-
thing, our story, even funnier if you know why you were there.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, that was a really horrible way to set it up. given the nature of the story.
Are you guys
This
ready
is
for
so
the funniest
fucking funny
story?
what you're about to hear.
This
This is hilarious.
super funny thing happened last weekend. So basically, a couple weeks ago now, I guess at this point, a couple weeks ago, we very unexpectedly lost my grandma. So that's why I wasn't able to come to your special live stream.
And it's okay. Please don't feel bad about
and
it.
why I couldn't be at the recording, and then why I was like.
And
in
that's
Manitoba
actually why I was in
wasn't
Manitoba.
planning to be.
I had to fly in to comfort my lover. Yeah.
My sister.
I can't. I'm sorry, guys. I can't not make bits.
Your
I'm
ex-wife?
so sorry. That
No.
was.
No, but it was like it actually was. Actually, it was kind of your show being that weekend was a really.
Oh.
It was a light in what was like a really hard weekend, and has been a really hard couple of weeks. So, yeah.
Happy to be of service.
Yes, it was, yeah. We were all, it was, so even that was part of like, with all of a sudden, me being like, you want to come for dinner? There's like a massive group of us. And then later I find out it's literally just like my parents and my girlfriend. And I'm like, well.
Very
no,
much love your
my
girlfriend.
parents, my girlfriend, and Ashley. Yeah, I know, right?
She's great.
Like, I don't even get me started because I can like never shut up about it. She's funny and she's smart and she's sweet and she's a babe. And
that's so cute.
Like,
A babe.
my God. No, like, it's like stupid. Anyway, quick question from the Patreon.
Patreon.com/chosenfamilypodcast to get your.
Oh, okay, this one's nice. What's your favorite thing about your chosen family members? Meaning, what do you three love about one another?
Actually, Alayna, I hate to tell you this, but at the end of the last episode, we changed that question and just did our favorite things about you. And then
So we could do it again.
ended the episode
Really?
on that.
I honestly.
No, it was
no.
nice. It was like...
I would love to hear why you guys love me.
Okay, I'm down.
Well, you're smart, you're
so
funny, you're a
casually
total
hot.
babe, kind.
I know you're.
There was a comment on the last YouTube video that was like, Ashley's hair is so hot.
It's
and
really
I was like,
hot. It's
yeah,
hot in the way that like men with
You have
long
hot
hair
hair.
is hot.
All right.
I think it's hot in the way that like you just can put it, you're just flipping it around
Thanks,
and it always looks hot.
I really appreciate it. You guys, there is a video. If I'm in your algorithm, there's a video.
Oh, we know.
Why?
know.
Why do you know?
Tech videos on
Yes.
YouTube. I get them all the time.
Have you
I
seen
watch
my
them.
hair? Have you seen my hair in those videos?
Your hair's a lot
I
better
don't
now.
know.
Yes.
I don't know.
So, big glow up on the hair. Very happy about that.
Honestly,
Okay. I'm
you
gonna have
just
to look
glowed
this
up.
up.
Like you're like so hot now.
Well, I think. Thank you.
Not that you
Very
weren't hot
hot.
then, but it was very clear that you hadn't come into like who you were supposed to be.
Yeah, because I wasn't out as a comedian.
Oh, and you know what? So like this last weekend when we were talking face to face, like I feel like the last time we were in person, we were filming and doing a bunch of stuff. So like I wasn't paying as much attention to your face. This time we were like very close and talking, and I was looking at your face, and I was like, "Oh my god, her skin is
Yeah,
perfect."
Yeah, you do have really nice skin.
I'm getting some
Like, it's
stuff
perfect.
here, but well, I've said this before, Mac. You are one of the most generous people that I've ever met in my life. Just pure kindness and
Thanks,
generosity.
And you're so smart and so
Pretty
funny.
guys.
Like, oh my god, you are so funny in like a smart
Yeah,
way.
but like you're just born smart. Like generous is something that you have to like keep pure inside your soul
Right.
as the world weighs upon you and turns you into a bad person. You just give all of that you have. And Alayna, you are the most empathetic, thoughtful, I just want to be, you are a human hug. You are a hug in a human.
That's so good.
You're the personification of love.
Alayna, we are so stupid for letting Ashley go first. I'm gonna come in and be like, Ashley, you're funny. Alayna?
I'm like, my girlfriend, a babe, so funny, so smart, so kind. Ashley, a babe, so smart, so funny, so kind. Mac, a babe, so smart, so funny,
Yeah.
so kind.
You just,
But I mean it though.
you
But I
just
mean
have
it.
this way of
You did it, Ashley.
digging
You
to
did it.
honesty
You had your turn.
in a way that makes people feel comfortable with being honest with you and themselves. You guys are too good of people to be. I feel like a bad person when I work with you guys.
That's not.
Why
I
would we
feel
work
like
with you
a
then?
money hungry piece of shit.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. Because you guys are just good people. You're
No,
just
we're
really
all-
good people.
I think we're all.
So are
Yeah,
you,
but
boss.
You can be a good person and also value financial
Yeah, I guess.
success.
That's my why I love
Well, I'll go. Okay. Ashley, I think you've just like overall been like a huge mentor for me. Like you were
you. Yeah.
just don't do your thing where you're like, no, I'm not. But like just listen.
No, I'm getting
Yeah.
a little something here.
But like when I met you and like when you reached out for me to do your podcast, I was so excited and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like a big kid thing. Like that sounds stupid to say, but I was like, this is like somebody cool that's like big time in this industry and like this is so cool. And I was just doing like stupid TikToks at the time, so it was like a big deal to me. And then I met you and I was like, this is like, you're just such a mentor to me. And like in times when you can tell that I need someone, you've just reached out and like haven't even hesitated to be there for me in times that I didn't even like know I needed that mentorship. So I think you're really generous too, even though, yeah.
I was just gonna say it's interesting that's what you're Ashley. That's what you're complimenting Mac on when it's like I
Yeah.
feel that same way about you.
That's very nice.
And Alayna, when we first collabed, first of all, I was like, this is the nicest person on the planet and like
Yes.
just one of the smartest people I've ever met. But also then just like was totally introduced to a type of person that I didn't know could exist in the industry that we're in. Like when I met you, I was like, wow, what an example of like a person that is honest and genuine and true and like empathetic and kind, that is like one of the top people in this industry and is like doing it and staying true to it. And it was like I feel like I'm saying both of you guys are like examples for me, but just like that's how I've always felt. Like I'm the youngest person here, and having you two, I don't think I'll ever get over how lucky I feel, because I don't know anybody else my age that has mentorship like I do, and like people so close to me that
This is so nice.
so yeah, that's what I think. You guys really are kind of my parents.
No, and I'll take that. I'll take that any day. I kind of already said, you know,
Yeah,
kind,
babe,
nice,
kind,
funny babes,
yeah.
you know. But the thing that I'll add, because I feel like all the things that you guys just said about me and each other are like true for the both of you as well. But the thing I want to add is talented, because holy shit, do I think you are both talented, like in different ways. Like Ashley, genuinely. Your comedy is the best. That comedy show is the best comedy show I've ever been to in my life. Like,
Thank you.
Seriously. I didn't want it to end. Like, when you were like, oh, for my last 15 minutes, I was like, no. Like, I could have stayed for the second show, watched it all over again. It was so
Thank you
excellent.
for telling your fans who hate
And
comedy
Mac?
that. It's really important that they know that.
Yes. Are you guys listening?
Comedy can be fun.
No, and Mac, you are so good at what you do. You are so, I keep using the word smart, but it's like, you're not just smart in the general sense, but you are smart in terms of that marketing brain you mentioned, and like being in this industry.
You're a creative dude. I don't know that you've like fully.
You are a creative. Yes.
Let yourself be. It took me a long time to let myself be too.
Yes.
But I don't think you're an influencer. I think you're a creative, and
Thank you.
I hope
Yes,
one day you let
absolutely.
yourself do it the way you're supposed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Thank you guys.
Okay, what did we actually have for dinner? Each out there.
Just
I think we had, bear with me, blood for dinner.
Okay.
the blood of each other's hearts.
I swear to God, if this is another
It was a
Twilight
Twilight
reference.
reference.
No, that's what we
And
had.
we have to have
Okay,
it
we're
at least
ending.
one point.
Oh my God, we never introduced the podcast. We never introduced.
Hello, welcome to the Twilight Saga.
podcast.
This is the first installment.
We're your chosen family. Every week we sit down around the family dinner table and this is what we do. This is a new record for how long this has taken us to intro. My name's Alayna Joy. I'm your mom.
I'm Ashley Gavin, and I'm your dad.
I'm INGEMI, and I'm your hot
Baby.
teenage brother.
Baby. Okay, bye guys. Thanks for listening.
Chosen Family is a Forever Dog production, hosted by Ashley Gavin, Alayna Joy, and Mac INGEMI. Edited by Danny Jewell, executive produced by Mariah Nicholas. Forever Dog Productions is Joe Cilio, Alex Ramsey, and Brett Boehm.
Forever.